Hey guys, Dania here with the Realty Group. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, welcome. You tuned in at a great time because in today's video, we are going over the top 5 neighborhoods in Oceanside. Now, these aren't in any particular order. These are just kind of neighborhoods and communities that I've gathered over time that are highly desired by buyers out there. So without further ado, let's jump into it and see what we got. All right, so here on the map, we have Oceanside. I've already mapped out the 5 neighborhoods that I'm going to talk about today. And as you can see, they're kind of spread out all over Oceanside. It's not one particular area of Oceanside. So the first one I want to talk about, which is probably the highest desired neighborhood that I've seen in the last couple of years, which is Fire Mountain. So let's go over to Fire Mountain. So here is Fire Mountain on the map. It's adjacent to South Oceanside, right across the 5 freeway. Now, most of the homes here in Fire Mountain are going to be built in the 1970s to the early 2000s. And these are typically bigger homes with larger lots, all of which are mostly custom, which is great because if you're looking for houses in Fire Mountain, you're going to find a lot of beautiful, unique custom homes. Now, as you can see, you're roughly about 2 miles from the beach, and you can easily bike or walk to the beach from Fire Mountain, depending on which area you live in. As you can see, you're just across the 5 freeway, a couple blocks down from the beach. So in terms of location, you're in a great spot. Now, you're bordered by Interstate 5 and the 78 freeway, which is great so that you have great access to the freeways, easy to get around when you're living in Fire Mountain. Whether you're commuting north or south or towards the east, you're going to have quick access to those freeways. You can quickly hop on and be on your way. Now, in terms of what's around the community, let's zoom in a little bit and see what we got. So right here on the southern edge of Fire Mountain, you're going to see that you have a lot of retail access. There's a Walmart Supercenter here, a Best Buy, a Target, and even to the south of the 78 freeway here, you have another shopping center. Now this is just hopping over to Carlsbad, so you do have access to that area as well pretty easily. Now the other thing I want to do is go over to Zillow and kind of see what Fire Mountain has to offer. Now if we look at the map here, there's not too much currently on the market in Fire Mountain, but you're going to see a lot of these beautiful custom homes, some smaller homes, as well as some newer, more modern homes. So you're going to have a lot of variety, and these prices you're seeing here are pretty typical for Fire Mountain. It's a highly desired area, beautiful neighborhoods, great walkability. So if we click on one of these properties, for example, here we are, and you scroll down, we're going to go over to the schools. All right, here we are. Nearby schools in Oceanside. So we're going to see the Palmquist Elementary School, Lincoln Middle School, both rated a 5 out of 10. Now the schools in Oceanside are pretty average, so this again a pretty average score. And as for the high school, it's going to be the Oceanside High School, I believe. That does it for Fire Mountain. The other community I wanted to jump into is called Peacock. Now in terms of distance to the beach, you'll see that it's quite a ways inland, not nearly as close to the beach as Fire Mountain, roughly about 6 miles. In Peacock, you'll typically find smaller homes from 2 to 3 bedrooms. This area is not nearly as congested as Fire Mountain, for example, but you can take Oceanside Boulevard all the way down to the beach. And let's see what we have in terms of local stuff. You're going to see the Black Bag Brewery, great spot, been there, love that. San Luis Mexican food. And this is one of the things that I talked about in another video, is that in Oceanside, especially in these little communities, you're going to find a lot of hole-in-the-wall restaurants with like amazing authentic food. So don't be scared of those little places. There's so much great like variety of food in Oceanside, and you're going to find a lot of those in these small communities as well, specifically in those shopping center type places. So if we go over to Zillow, here we are in Peacock. Now the homes in this community specifically are going to be on the a little bit more affordable side. You're going to see $760, $690, $875. So great price range for people looking to move to Oceanside. This is a great community. Now I know affordability can mean different things in different markets, but this price range is a highly desired price range for Oceanside. So if we do click on one of these homes, we're going to go down like we did previously to the schools and see what this particular community has to offer when it comes to your kids' education. So here we are. We have kindergarten to 5th grade, the Leadership Academy, 5 out of 10, Roosevelt Middle School, 3 out of 10, Vista High School, because you are more inland, it's going to fall under Vista. You're looking at 4 out of 10. So again, these ratings are pretty average for this area. And there we have it for Peacock. The other neighborhood we're going to look at is going to be North Valley. Now that speaks for itself. It's pretty well to the north of Oceanside. It's going to be located just to the north of the 76 freeway. And this is going to be the closest community to Camp Pendleton. This is where the military trains. So you can expect to be hearing some training activity from the military base, especially in these most northern communities in Oceanside. You can even probably feel it in your home here and there. But in terms of North Valley, there is no HOA in this community. It's a great golf community. As you can see, we have the Arrowwood Golf Course here, the Oceanside Golf Course here as well. And then if you do have access, if you are part of the military, you can have access to the Marine Memorial Golf Course. So again, this is going to be a less crowded community, and it's going to be pretty quiet overall, except for the military activity that you will be hearing. Just to the south of North Valley, you're going to have another Walmart Supercenter here, a Target as well, and you're going to have some fast food, Starbucks, and some shopping just to the south here as well. So you're going to have access to quite a bit in this area. Super quick access to that 76 freeway to get around and get to where you need to go. But this is a great community when it comes to having a more wide price range. So if we go over to Zillow here, you're going to see that we have homes that range from the 600,000 up and over 1 million, 1.4 million here. It does offer a greater range when it comes to price. So I think that's great for this community because it really gives you a sense of variety when it comes to purchasing in North Valley. Now, if we go over and look at the school districts in North Valley, scroll down, here we are. The San Luis Rey Elementary School, 3 out of 10. Jefferson Middle School, 4 out of 10. So that's that. Again, pretty average ratings for Oceanside. Okay, now we're going to talk about Ivy Ranch, Rancho del Oro. Now this is going to be pretty central Oceanside. You're going to be located right in between that 76 and 78 freeway, roughly about 6 miles from the beach here as well, just a little inland from downtown Oceanside. Again, just the same as Peacock, you can take Ocean Boulevard all the way down to the beach, whether you want to bike or take your car. You for sure have access to that on Oceanside Boulevard. So considering you're not too far from downtown Oceanside, you're going to have great access to shopping and dining, and there's going to be a lot of options. But if we zoom in a little bit, you're going to see that you do have quite a bit of resources here. You're going to have the 88 Ranch Marketplace, Albertsons, a CVS, another brewery. So some great access to some local spots there. And again, just north here on College Boulevard, you're going to have that same Walmart Supercenter that we mentioned for North Valley. So there's quite a bit of Walmart Supercenters in Oceanside itself. So typically, despite where you might live, you're definitely going to have one relatively close to where you might live. So if we run over to Zillow again, Ivy Ranch, there we are. Now the price range here is going to be roughly in the 800s and up. As you can see, we have one for $750, $780. And if we do what we did previously, let's scroll down and see at the school districts in Ivy Ranch. So we have the Ivy Ranch Elementary School, 8 out of 10, Martin Luther King Middle School, 6 out of 10. So again, pretty average ratings for this area as well. Now, last but not least, we're going to look at Morrow Hills. Now, Morrow Hills is going to be the furthest northeast community in Oceanside. And if we zoom in here, you're going to see that in Morrow Hills, there's not a whole lot. As you can see from the map here, there's not too many homes here in Morrow Hills. It's a very high-end community. So there's going to be a very small amount of inventory when it comes to real estate. And there's a lot of newer homes as well. And Morrow Hills is right on the border of Bonsall, as you can see here. Again, quick access to the 76 freeway just north of it here. And if we zoom in, you're going to have a Home Depot. You're going to have the Mission Vista Middle School. There's a great little park here with some trails as well. So if we go over to Zillow, you're going to see that there's very little inventory. Only one home currently on the market at $1.385 million. Now again, these are going to be higher end homes, so the price ranges will be a little higher, definitely over the $1 million mark and up. But let's go over to the schools and see what we have here. So as for the school, the Bonsall Elementary School, 8 out of 10. Norman Sullivan Middle School, and then the Bonsall High School. These two are a little higher rated than the average schools in Oceanside. The Bonsall High School, 5 out of 10, pretty average as well. So, well, there you have it, guys. Those are the top 5 neighborhoods in Oceanside. Again, not in any particular order, just the highly desired areas from buyers that we've seen over the years. If you guys have any questions on these communities, please feel free to reach out. Our contact info is here. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.